Hey everyone. Welcome back to the channel. If you love rare coins and hidden treasures in everyday change, today's video is just for you. We're exploring the top 5 most expensive and ultra-rare US quarters coins that can be worth thousands of dollars or more. Some of these rare quarters have even been discovered in ordinary pocket change old coin collections or rolls that were sitting around for years. You won't believe how hidden treasures can be right under your nose. Our first coin is a 1976 bicentennial quarter with AD mint mark from the Denver Mint, and this is one of those coins that can shock people because one version sold at auction for more than $8,000 while another version of the same coin is still worth just 25 cents to $1 today. This quarter was made to celebrate 200 years of American independence and is nicknamed the Bicentennial Quarter because it shows the date 1776 to 1976 on the front. That huge price difference is why collectors pay close attention to this coin and why many people keep watching to see if their own quarter could be the rare one worth thousands. Most 1976 bicentennial quarters were made in very large numbers, so the majority of them are common. If the coin has been used in daily spending and shows where scratches or weak details, its real current value is usually just face value. In today's market that means about 25 cents to $1. Even clean coins without wear but with no errors often sell for only $1 to $3 because so many exist. The value changes when we look at error coins. A 1976 D quarter with a double die obverse is what collectors search for. A double die obverse means the letters or numbers on the front appear doubled or thicker than normal. This mistake happens during the minting process and cannot be fixed later, making the coin different from millions of others. In real auction results, strong double die examples in very high condition have reached very high prices. Some of the best examples have sold for over $8,000 at major coin auctions. These coins show clear doubling on the words and numbers, sharp details, and very little damage. These are rare and only a small number are known. Not all error coins reach that level. A 1976 D double die quarter with clear doubling but somewhere usually sells for less. In today's collector market, many of these sell between $300 and $1,500 depending on how strong the doubling is and how clean the coin looks. Coins with lighter doubling or visible wear may sell for $100 to $300. Condition matters a lot. A coin with deep clear letters, clean surfaces, and little damage is always worth more. If someone thinks they have a valuable double die quarter, having it checked and graded by a professional service can help. Graded coins often sell for higher prices because buyers trust the grade and authenticity. The history of this coin also adds to its appeal. It was created during a special moment in American history celebrating 200 years of independence. Even without errors, the coin has meaning to many collectors because of what it represents. The design makes it easy to recognize. The front shows George Washington while the back features a colonial drummer, a torch, and stars. This design honors the American Revolution and is very different from the regular eagle design found on other Washington quarters. Because of this special design, many people saved these coins when they were first released. That is why common examples are still easy to find today. But the mint errors were not planned and only a small number exist, which is why their values are so high. In the current market, a normal circulated 1976 D bicentennial quarter is worth about 25 cents to $1. An uncirculated one may sell for $1 to $3. Minor error coins can range from $50 to $200. Strong double die examples often sell for $500 to $2,000. High-grade certified double die coins can reach $6,000 or more, with top auction sales going even higher. This wide range of value is what keeps collectors searching through pocket change old rolls and family collections, hoping to find that one rare bicentennial quarter that stands out from the rest. Next up is the 1967 quarter with no mint mark, and this is a coin that surprises many people because one rare version has sold at auction for around $5,520 while most others are still worth just 25 cents to $1 today. That big jump in value is what keeps collectors watching closely because this coin looks normal at first glance, yet a small mistake can turn it into a high-value collectible. In 1967, the U.S. Mint made a special decision and removed all mint marks from coins. This was done to stop people from saving coins and driving shortages. Because of this rule, every quarter from 1967 has no mint mark no matter where it was made. Millions were produced, which is why most of them are very common even today. If you find a 1967 quarter that has been used in everyday spending, its real current value is usually just face value. In most cases that means about 25 cents. Some clean circulated examples may sell for 50 cents to $1, especially if they still look nice. Even uncirculated coins without any errors often sell for only $1 to $5 because there are many available. The value changes when we talk about rare collector varieties and mint errors. Some 1967 quarters were struck with mistakes during the minting process. These errors can include doubled letters, off-center strikes, wrong metal planchets, or missing details. These errors were not planned and only happened to a small number of coins. Collectors pay close attention to doubling on the words and numbers. If the date or letters look thick or doubled, the coin may be a doubled die. A strong doubled die example in high condition can bring serious money. In auction records, some rare 1967 era quarters have sold for prices reaching around $5,520 depending on how clear the error is and how well the coin is preserved. Not every error coin reaches that level. Minor error coins from 1967 often sell for lower prices. In today's market, small but visible errors may sell for $50 to $200. Coins with stronger errors and better condition often sell for $300 to $1,500. The closer the coin is to perfect condition, the higher the price usually goes. Condition matters a lot with this coin. A worn coin with scratches, dull color, or damage will almost always sell for less even if it has an error. A clean coin with sharp details, smooth surfaces, and strong shine is much more valuable. This is why many collectors choose to have rare coins graded by professional services. A graded coin is trusted more by buyers and can sell for higher prices at auction. The history of the 1967 quarter also adds interest. By this time, Washington quarters had already been used in the United States for many years. The design was familiar to everyone, which is why people often ignored these coins when they were first released. No one expected them to become valuable later. The front of the coin shows George Washington, a design first used in 1932. The back shows a bald eagle with wings spread holding arrows and olive branches. This classic design stayed the same for many years, making the 1967 quarter easy to recognize but easy to overlook. Because mint marks were removed, many people assume no mint mark means rare, but that is not true for most 1967 quarters. Only coins with true mint errors or special features bring high value. That is why careful inspection is important. In today's market, a normal circulated 1967 quarter is worth about 25 cents to $1. A clean uncirculated one may sell for $1 to $5. Minor error coins can range from $50 to $200. Strong error coins often sell for $500 to $2,000. Rare high-grade error examples have reached auction prices around $5,520, sometimes more depending on demand. This wide range of value keeps collectors checking old change rolls and family collections, because one small detail can turn an ordinary 1967 quarter into a valuable piece of American coin history. Our third coin is a modern one, the 2021 P crossing the Delaware quarter from the Philadelphia Mint, and this coin has caught a lot of attention because some error versions have been listed and sold for prices as high as $2,500, while most others are still worth just 25 cents to $1. That huge difference in value makes many people stop and look twice at this coin, even though it is still very new and easy to find in daily change. This quarter honors the famous moment when General George Washington crossed the Delaware River in 1776 during the American Revolutionary War. The scene on the back shows Washington standing in a boat with soldiers as they crossed the icy river. This design is very different from older Washington quarters, which is one reason people noticed it right away when it was released. Most 2021 crossing the Delaware quarters were made in very large numbers. Because of that, normal coins are not rare. If the coin has been used in everyday spending, its real current value is usually just face value, about 25 cents. Even clean circulated examples are often worth no more than $1. Uncirculated examples that still look fresh and shiny can sell for a little more. In today's market, many uncirculated 2021 P crossing the Delaware quarters sell for about $1 to $5. Some high-quality rolls or graded coins may sell for slightly more, but they are still affordable and common. The value changes when we talk about error coins. Some 2021 P quarters were struck with mistakes during the minting process. These errors can include die chips, extra metal lumps, doubling on letters, or missing details. These mistakes happen when the coin dies are damaged or misaligned and continue striking coins before being fixed. Die chip errors are one of the most talked about issues with this coin. A die chip looks like a small raised bump of metal on the coin. When the chip appears in a clear and interesting spot, collectors become very interested. Some strong die chip errors have been listed for sale for hundreds of dollars, and a few have reached prices near $2,500 in online auctions and private sales. Doubling errors are also important. This happens when parts of the design like letters or numbers look doubled or thick. Strong doubling that can be clearly seen without tools is what collectors want. Coins with light doubling may sell for $50 to $200, while strong and clean examples can sell for $500 to $1,500 depending on condition. Not every error coin reaches high prices. Small or hard-to-see errors often sell for lower amounts. In the current market, minor errors may sell for $20 to $100. The clearer and more unusual the error, the higher the value usually goes. Condition still matters even for modern coins. A coin with scratches, stains, or damage will almost always sell for less. A clean coin with sharp detail, smooth surfaces, and original shine is more valuable. Many collectors prefer coins that have been graded by professional services because grading confirms the error and protects the coin. The history of this coin adds to its appeal. The crossing the Delaware design was only used for a short time. It was introduced in 2021 and then replaced by a new quarter series soon after. Because of this short run, many collectors feel the design is special and worth saving. The front of the coin still shows George Washington, but the portrait is different from earlier quarters. This updated look combined with the bold reverse design made the coin stand out when it was released. In today's market, a normal circulated 2021 P crossing the Delaware quarter is worth about 25 cents to $1. A clean uncirculated coin may sell for $1 to $5. Minor error coins often sell for $20 to $100. Strong error coins can bring $500 to $1,500. Rare and eye-catching error examples have reached prices around $2,500 depending on demand and condition. Because this coin is still new, values can change quickly. Collectors continue to search through rolls and pocket change, knowing that even a modern coin can become valuable if it has the right mistake and the right condition. Fourth on our list is the 1984 P Washington quarter, and this is another coin that shocks many people because one rare error version has sold for around $1,200 while most others from the same year are still worth just 25 cents to $1. This big value gap is what makes collectors stop and look closely, because the coin looks very normal at first, but small mistakes can change everything. The 1984 P quarter was made at the Philadelphia Mint and millions of these coins were produced. Because of this, regular examples are very common. If the coin has been used in everyday spending and shows where scratches or dull color, its real current value is usually face value. Most circulated coins sell for about 25 cents and sometimes up to $1 if they look clean. Uncirculated 1984 P quarters without errors are also easy to find. These coins still have shine and sharp details but no minting mistakes. In today's market, they usually sell for about $1 to $5. Some graded uncirculated coins may sell for a little more, but they are not rare. The value changes when we talk about error coins. Some 1984 P Washington quarters were struck with mistakes during the minting process. These errors were not planned and only happened on a small number of coins. That is why collectors are willing to pay much more for them. One well-known error from this year is missing letters, especially from the phrase "In God We Trust." This can happen when grease or debris fills parts of the coin die, stopping the letters from fully striking. When the missing letters are clear and easy to see, collectors become very interested. Off-center strikes are another important error. This happens when the coin is not centered correctly during striking, causing part of the design to be missing. The more off-center the strike and the more complete the remaining design, the higher the value usually is. Die chip errors are also found on some 1984 P quarters. A die chip looks like a raised blob of metal on the coin. This happens when a small piece of the die breaks off. If the chip appears in a clear and noticeable place, it can add value. In today's market, small or weak errors on 1984 P quarters may sell for $20 to $100. Coins with stronger and more visible errors often sell for $200 to $500. Rare error examples in excellent condition have been known to sell for $800 to $1,200 in collector sales and auctions. Condition plays a big role in value. A coin with scratches, stains or heavy wear will sell for less even if it has an error. A clean coin with sharp detail, smooth surfaces and no damage is much more valuable. This is why many collectors choose to have rare error coins graded by professional services. Grading helps prove the error and gives buyers confidence. The history of the 1984 quarter also matters. By the 1980s, the U.S. Mint was producing very large numbers of coins to meet everyday demand. Because production was so high, mistakes sometimes slipped through before being caught. These errors were mixed into circulation where most people spent them without noticing. The design of the coin is the classic Washington quarter look. The front shows George Washington, a design used for many decades. The back features the bald eagle with wings spread. Because the design stayed the same for so long, error coins are the main reason collectors focus on this year. Many people still overlook the 1984 P quarter because it does not seem special. But collectors know that even modern-looking coins can hide valuable mistakes. That is why checking details closely is important. In the current market, a normal circulated 1984 P quarter is worth about 25 cents to $1. An uncirculated example usually sells for $1 to $5. Minor error coins often sell for $20 to $100. Strong and clear error coins commonly sell for $200 to $500. Rare high-quality error examples have reached prices around $1,200 at auction depending on demand and condition. Because millions of these coins still exist, collectors continue to search through pocket change and old collections, knowing that one small missing letter or striking mistake can turn an ordinary 1984 quarter into a valuable collectible. Finally, we have the 1969 Washington quarter with no mint mark, and this is one of those coins that can completely fool you because one version can be worth only 25 cents while another has sold for over $3,000 at auction. That massive difference is what pulls people in, because the coin looks plain old and ordinary, yet hidden mistakes can turn it into serious money if you know what to look for. In 1969, the U.S. Mint was still dealing with changes in mint mark rules. Because of this, many quarters from that year were released without a mint mark. Millions were made and most of them were spent right away. That is why these coins are still easy to find today and why most people never think twice before spending them. If a 1969 quarter shows heavy wear, scratches or fading from years of use, its real current value is usually just face value. In today's market, that means about 25 cents. Some nicer circulated coins may sell for 50 cents to $1, but they are still considered common and not collectible by most buyers. Even uncirculated 1969 quarters without errors do not bring big money. These coins may still shine and show sharp detail, but because so many exist, they usually sell for around $1 to $5. Some graded examples may sell slightly higher, but they are not rare. The real excitement starts with error coins. Some 1969 quarters were struck with mistakes that were never meant to leave the mint. These errors slipped through and entered circulation where most were spent without anyone noticing. Today, those few mistakes are what collectors hunt for. Double die errors are one of the most valuable types. This is when letters or numbers look doubled or thick, especially on the date or the words on the coin. Strong doubling that can be seen clearly can push prices very high. In the current market, weaker doubled examples may sell for $200 to $500, while strong and clean examples can reach $1,500 or more. Off-center strikes are another type of error that gets attention. This happens when the coin is not lined up correctly during striking, leaving part of the design missing. The more off-center the strike and the more complete the date remains, the higher the value. These coins often sell for $300 to $1,000 depending on how dramatic the error is. Wrong planchet errors are where things get really serious. This happens when a quarter is struck on the wrong metal meant for another coin. These errors are very rare and easy to spot when weight and color do not match. Some 1969 wrong planchet quarters have sold for $2,000 to $3,000 or even more at auction. Condition can make or break the value. A damaged or heavily worn error coin will always sell for less. A clean coin with strong detail, smooth surfaces and little wear is far more valuable. This is why collectors often choose professional grading, which confirms the error and protects the coin. The design of the 1969 quarter is simple and familiar. The front shows George Washington, a design used for decades. The back shows the bald eagle with wings spread holding arrows and olive branches. Because the design stayed the same for so long, people rarely looked closely at these coins when they were new. That is what makes this coin so twisted and interesting. Millions were ignored, spent and forgotten, while a tiny number carried mistakes that now bring thousands of dollars. One small flaw is the difference between spare change and a valuable collectible. In today's market, a normal circulated 1969 quarter is worth about 25 cents to $1. An uncirculated example usually sells for $1 to $5. Minor error coins often sell for $200 to $500. Strong and clear error coins commonly sell for $1,000 to $1,500. Rare top-condition error examples have reached prices of $3,000 or more at auction depending on demand. This is why collectors still search through old change and collections, because the most ordinary-looking 1969 quarter can quietly be one of the most valuable coins hiding in plain sight. So remember, each coin has its own story, its own history, and its own market value. Some are worth only a few dollars and others, thanks to errors or rarity, can be worth thousands. Always have unusual coins graded by professionals to know their true value. If you enjoyed this breakdown of rare quarters, hit like, subscribe and let me know in the comments which coin you want me to cover next.